That should be up there. Have a look.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
It's
No,
disgusting.
that's enough! Why do you...
Look at him. He runs like a Welshman. Doesn't he? Doesn't he run like a Welshman?
Hey,
Cup of tea.
what's happening, my
Hello.
fellow comrades?
Hello, labels and jelly spoons. Woo, we're back.
I
Thank
like
you.
that one. I like that one. Labels and jelly spoons. How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, how are you, young fella?
Oh
Hello.
shit!
Oh, look at this!
shit!
Look at this! Look at this! Something's happened. Guess what's
I know. Yeah. So, all right. Let's jump into the. So, we've done some things. A couple of
done a
things that we
thing.
wanted to sort of talk about today. To say that we've done. Thanks to mainly one of the, well, this chatter as well and a few others, but a few people kept going on as to have memberships and to sort it all out. So that is exactly what we did, and we've got members and things, guys. Oh my god, check this out! Look at that. Now we've got our first ever gifted subs, and this is so cool, guys. This is such like
This
do
is
you know what,
amazing. We gave into the pressure, didn't we, with the what's it called, membership thing, and it's as cheap. We've made it as cheap as you can make it. Michael, you won. You won the war and the battles and everything. So here we are, and you are. He didn't get member number 1 though, did he? He got member number 2. Which
no, even number 3. Michael was number 3 in the end.
was he?
Gillian got in there, but no. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's weird, isn't it, when people are like really kind like that? It's not weird, obviously. Yeah, people trying to help us and be kind and support the stream. No, I really appreciate it. It was really cool. Oh shit, and another one.
Super
And
flattering.
another one.
Look at this.
Look at that.
So,
That's really sweet of him, man.
so what happens there? Gifted what?
So Michael has gifted something, but it doesn't tell us. I can't see it. Let me have a look here.
No, it doesn't say to me.
It doesn't tell me on here, so I'm gonna have to open up a Facebook tab. Facebook tab. How fucking thingy of me. Right, I'm opening up a YouTube tab, and we're gonna have a quick little gander out there and see who's got what, because people are gifted subs. This is amazing. Oh, thank you all so much.
Oh, this is really cool. Thank you, guys. I mean, this is really cool.
Yeah, so you were the first green name. We've got green names in the chat. That's so cool. This was the first, and I guess so. We've got Hand You Candle has become a gifted member. Thank you very much, Michael.
Oh, go
and
on.
also Oh shit! And we've got another 5 donated. Oh wow, this is so wild. This is so crazy. Thank you so freaking much. This is awesome. Thank you. So we've got another 5 gifted subs from Jim Speak there in the chat. Thank you so
We're
much.
making history here.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to reply sometimes because I mean I've heard like a bunch of streamers they've got this whole thing like where it's like hey and thank you for this guys and blah 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 and you know there's always like these sort of I don't know and we never really planned for this to be honest with you, but no it's really cool that you guys want to
don't tell me Chief he's got one, Michael.
Yeah.
Don't tell me
Chief got one. He deserves one. You know he's gonna buy one anyway. He loves it around here.
Yeah, of course he does. He is. Yeah, he'll buy one. So Jim says I count 4 and he gifted 5. Uh-oh. See, there's with responsibility comes great things. No, the other way around.
No, with memberships comes great
responsibility. Yeah. So Jim's owed a membership to somebody.
Or maybe it gifted to somebody that he's blocked.
It must be Chief. It might be.
So I've just had a look now. These are our gifted.
Keep it in mind, mate. So, we'll look into that later.
Becca AL, she was the first gifted sub. Big Vlad P is a gifted membership. Got Nicola Jones is also a gifted membership, and Dion Woolston is also received a gifted membership. Thank you all so much for that, guys. That's really cool. Hope you enjoy that.
Everyone's well done, guys. Well done. Guys.
So. But yeah, we weren't really expecting it, and we didn't get it set up until really late last night. It takes like a while, and it happens at odd hours and stuff. A lot of it's AI, but got checked and verified and things. And so yeah, it happened sort of middle of the night, and we were a little bit underprepared. But hopefully by the next stream, we will have like all of the stickers, the emojis and things that you could put out there. It'd be great.
Can I do this? How can I give some memberships?
I don't think you can. Well, I mean, what you'd have to do is you'd have to
go out and come back as.
Can we do that? I don't know how that works. Maybe you'd have to go out and come back as something else, but we won't be able to do it right now, anyways.
If someone knows how to do it and it's easy, yeah, let us know and I'll give some myself. But, yeah, I don't know how to do it. That's all. So yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Well. So obviously we had a couple of things that we wanted to talk about today. We've done things, we've done stuff and or things, and it's been really good.
Done, haven't they? Things have been done.
Things have been done. But I tell you what,
faces. Yeah, what?
At the cost of ruining my sleep at the moment. Oh my God, my sleep habit is now absolutely trashed. I've been.
He's a martyr to his YouTube.
I am. I bleed for my art. I bleed for it.
He's a martyr to his YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. What did AI do? No, he's been working hard. He does it all in longhand and everything, with a biro and all that stuff.
It's proper odd. Yeah, we've been doing lots of bits and bobs, lots of stuff behind the scenes, and it kind of ruined my sleeping pattern. But I don't think it was just me. You also had a really bad night's sleep last night, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Was it full moon or anything?
I don't know. We are werewolves, after all. That's what we are. Hello, Andrew.
Yeah. I wonder if it was a full moon.
But it wasn't just us either. I was chatting with Melody all throughout the night last night, and obviously, she had a really shit night's sleep too. We all have had sucky sleeps, it seems, and so I am a bit slow on the thing. Oh shit! Look at that, another 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Gillian.
We're going to run out of people to give them to, because we don't
even have this many followers. But Andy Luke has received a gifted membership. Is that Marie C? Received a gifted membership. DDS View has received one. MKBSHGA has got one. These usernames are really cool. Drop_Sim as well. Thank you all for being subscribed. And thank you all. Yeah, thank you. Big shout out to Stillian for that. It's really kind of you. Really huge, really. Thank you very much.
This is so cool. And you've just been so kind, guys. It's marvellous. It really is. Where's our MZ then?
I'm sure we saw her just before. She was saying she just got back in, nearly missed it.
Oh.
Right here. Well, it won't let me press the bloody Never mind. That's because I'm on the wrong thing. Anyways, ignoring that.
Loving this loving. Yeah, so am I. Do you know what? Proper
It's real
hippie.
sweet, isn't it? When we first started this, we weren't intending to do any.
Oh,
We didn't know what we were doing. The only clear, definitive goals that we had when we set up the channel was to make a community that we could, have some sort of like-minded people and discuss some stuff, have a laugh, because we were part of other sort of communities, live panel shows and things like that were all based in the right sphere. We were arguing. We were the left-wing voices, weren't we, for a long time. And then we ended up doing our own thing. And yeah, so from there spawned this. And so yeah, what we wanted to do is we wanted to go, look, we want a decent panel, a show, but not just that. We're not just trying to create something that's one way, just putting content out there. We wanted to have that interaction to meet new cool people, and we've done just that. We've made such a cool community of some amazing people. Like, I'm really, really impressed.
I'm amazed. Yeah, it was, the people that have been attracted here are amazing, just absolutely amazing as well. And like in the Discord, the people that stay and spend time in the Discord with us are, again, just beautiful people. So it was either do this or buy some land, wasn't it, with a ruin on it, and have a commune and ask all the hippies around and get them to build a house for us.
No, actually,
create a community online. So what?
I think you may have messed it up a little bit, Dad. What we were doing was we were doing both. We were going to start this as a way to funnel people into our cult commune, and then we'll get them to build all the property and stuff that we'll have off them, and then we'll kick their dirty hippie asses off our land. Yeah.
Idea.
It's the American dream.
We'll get Marty Blackburn to sort them all out and send them off home again.
Well, he's been a busy boy recently. There's been a video that we might be reviewing later, possibly, potentially, if we have time. But apart from that,
right,
a bunch of the other things that we've been doing. And by the way, I put out the Discord because it is so cool in there. It is really fun. There's a really good collection of really cool people. We're really, truly, genuinely lucky to have this level of community. In fact, it should be illegal how much fun we're having.
Yeah,
I looked at that the other day.
It was yesterday, wasn't it? We had a right laughing.
Last few days as well in particular have been absolutely hilarious, especially with the whiteboard and everyone's been drawing, and oh my god, it's really hard to sell to people that that's actually a really fun activity, but it really fucking was. It was so funny.
Everyone was
lots of reviewing stuff, lots of sharing information. It's really fun, isn't it? It's really cool. Bear with me just 1 second. My sleepy tired. By the way, this is going to be a bit of a chill stream. I'm not going to do too much too fast. I'm nice and sleepy.
Not going to get me too angry today.
No, we're not going to get too angry today.
We're going to discuss too. Yeah, he's just going to hold.
No, it's all right. We're gonna do something nice and chilled, not contentious, guaranteed to not rub anyone up the wrong way. The war in Ukraine and Gaza and Israel. How about that? How about those for the subjects of the day? Let's go. No, I'm just.
Yeah. How's that for a happy subject?
We'll avoid those ones just for today. Bear with me.
I think we should. We'll take a day off from that stuff. I think he's got a plan. Shh. I think he's got a plan. He's been plotting with himself. I've heard him mumbling and everything.
I don't mumble.
Oh, you mumble.
I don't mumble.
Oh, you mumble.
That's Welsh. You wouldn't know. You were born in... Where were you born again?
That's like a sword to my heart. All right, Burnley. All right. It were Burnley.
Oh, it's not letting you buy your membership, which is strange. That is strange. And try and reset your browser if you can. But if not, don't worry about it too much. Everything here is going to be free. All this content will always be free to consume. We've got the 99p on at the request of some members of our community who really wanted to find another way to support us, even though they already do so much amazing stuff. And do you know what? I'm just looking at it now. Did we miss this one? Jim gifted another 5, so Jim's gifted 10. I think we've missed some here, Dad.
What?
So Jim gifted 5.
Holy Oh, man.
Gillian gifted 5. Jim already had gifted 5. So there's the 15.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple here from Michael. That's really, really sweet of you guys. But all of this content will always be free. There's never any pressure to do any of that. If you do, then that's really kind of you, really sweet of you, and we really appreciate it. But like we say, there's no pressure. The only thing that we can say as well to offer you for your 99p a month. And by the way, we named that tier. We named that because you can only do one. Like you could do lots of levels, but we only want one level, and it's only going to be 99p. And we named it Smelly Lefty. So for the low price of 99p a month, you too can be a smelly lefty.
You can be a smelly lefty. Come and join being a smelly lefty. It's what we are, you know. The smell of
smell of lefters.
Those goat smelling coats that we used to wear. Oh God, they stunk.
Because you were hippie before it was like. You know, you were hippie. I say before it was cool. You were hippie when it was cool. Now it's not.
No, yeah, I was kind of young. I was a little bit young for the true hippie thing, but I caught. You know, I was at the end of the hippie thing, and then I went. I gave that up. Well, I got into motorbikes then, and they became the absolute love of my life. And I got on a motorbike once when I was about 12. And finally got off them when I was, 50 or something. It must have been when did I stop riding motorbikes? When I was 50, was it? Or was that when I stopped drinking or smoking, or one of them?
I can't remember, but there were you were riding it way up until I was a child and stuff. So yeah,
all through my life.
Oh shit! And another gifted membership. What's going on here? This is so crazy.
Yeah,
stop, guys! You're not allowed to do this. This is too much. We don't know how to respond. Thank you so much.
You can stand to win a sharp. He's off again. Crow Crack. He's off again. He's offering a microwave. He's offering my bloody microwave.
Win big. That's coming straight. I've seen this advert in the Clacton Spear, which, by the way, I'm thinking, because I've also seen like other parodies that's inspired and stuff. I think that we should make some room for the channel for maybe us perhaps, or someone else if they feel confident enough to read the Clacton Spear on here. It's it's quite a fun read, to be fair.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, Charlie? It's all going off over here at the moment. We've got it's going crazy. We've made a whole bunch of we've done a whole bunch of stuff. Let's crack on with the show. So we've done a bunch of things. The first thing that we've done is we've created this membership level. So for the low price of 99p, you can be a smelly lefty. That's what we've titled the stream. That's what we've titled it. It's been a community sort of driven thing, and honestly, we're just so grateful to our community for being such legends. Thank you so much for wanting to get involved in that way, wanting to support. And again, for the low price of just 99p, you can be a part of like a small. Think of it as like your own little private island where like the elitist of the elite go. Oh no, not that island. Wait. Hey, look at that. We've got a new one. Oh, my God.
Charlie's girl straight in.
Hey, thank you so much. That's so bloody sweet. And again, another one. I don't know how to respond to this. It's really throwing the whole show off.
I know. Yeah, I'm absolutely bowled over by this.
There's all these like different colours in the chat and stuff. And like, God, guys, that's really so kind of you. Like,
Weird. So, what were you saying? I've forgotten. You were saying about what we got on tonight.
These guys, they keep being
I know,
amazing.
Niceness. They keep out niceness.
Nice.
Somebody else
Deal. We should do. Say thank you in Welsh. Deal.
Deal from Vow.
Deal. But yeah, so the stream. So obviously we've got the membership. That's a whole big thing. And we're really, really grateful. And I didn't expect it to take off like that and have so many donations and stuff. And that is so really awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, the other thing that we've done is I know that recently I've been boring the absolute life out of people over the past couple of days on streams. Because it's this idea that I've been promoting, the idea of the far right not just being some big, crazy, chaotic, unknowable monster. But the idea that it does actually have a framework to it, it's got tiers, so many different gammon tiers, but it's also cyclical. And,
so many gammon tiers. You should just pause a little at the end when you say that, and just to let.
Should I?
Yeah.
Should you want me to read it from the top, Dad? It's got
I've
tiers.
heard it before, and it still takes me.
But no, this thing does have tiers, so many gammon tiers, 5 of them to be precise. But it's also cyclical. It's a cycle; it feeds into itself. We had the idea that we could identify a system and create a structural breakdown of the far right, which can then be used as a tool by pretty much anyone to understand how they're operating, to sort of see through the mess of it all.
And I know it seems chaotic, doesn't it? The right, they get out shouting and all that stuff, and you don't know who's in, and people are popping up there. But there is structure to this. It's quite well hidden, isn't it? Until you see it. And once you see it, I don't think you'll unsee it. But there's absolutely, there is structure to this. This is all, very little of this is organic. I mean, very little at all of this right-wing nonsense.
No, barely any of it, to be honest with you. So when it comes to the structure, though, it's really useful for people if you can break it down. As we have, we've broken it. I feel like we have anyways. We've done a decent structural breakdown of it, and people can use that as a tool to see how the far right operate. Right? I really do feel that we've identified that specific structure of the far right, and that our analysis of that you've seen appearing over the last few streams is decent. It's, in fact, we've now used that as a basis to create a sort of master paper about it, which is the other thing that we did. Came together with a bunch of really cool people, all from the ACOB family behind the scenes. We love each and every one of you. You're all absolutely amazing. We've got we're truly, honestly, really, really blessed with some amazing contributors, especially to works like this. It's almost academic, it's honestly, it's frankly really, really cool, and I'm really impressed with it, and I'm hoping that we can get a bit of attention to it so that other people can see it, understand the structure, and they can use it to be able to identify things, be safer in their communities, and they understand who the figures are, what's going on. And for people like us, it can help us fight back, because we know exactly what it is that we're fighting against and how it all works. Because the more you know, the more you can fight back. And by we, obviously, again, all of us together, the whole ACOB family, has been behind this, and we're behind each and every one of you as well that's out there challenging all this stuff. But I also as well, lastly, another announcement.
Breaking down, there's a surprise.
Hey,
Cozzy's in. I need it breaking down. Oh dear.
Oh, don't worry. We are going to go into it, and we are going to have a lot about it, and about how the role that you play specifically, how you're like tier 5 within that sort of structure. If you don't know what the far right is, and you're at this stage of your sort of like what you're doing, then maybe you should Google it. That's a really good idea. You should Google it. But another announcement that we've got is that we've been reaching out, and again, the ACOB family's been reaching out, and we've managed to, it's really, really cool. We've managed to get us, I won't say who just yet, but we've been talking with another streamer. I'm not saying who because I want to keep it like a mystery thing, and then we'll do a whole build up. But this Friday, it's going to be massive. There's someone that I'm really, really excited about it. I've been a really big fan of this person and the streams that they do, and the sort of the circles that they move in. They're really, really cool people. I'm really, really excited about it. Friday, I'm going to tell you more. I'm not going to say too much. It's going to be like a normal stream with a headline rundown and stuff, and maybe introduce this person to some of the more outrageous, wacky, sort of zany characters of the far right activist scene. And it'll be a really good stream. I'm hoping to make it as fun as possible and have a right laugh with it. But Dad, I think we are possibly about ready to jump straight into Berkel at Far Right Files. If you wanted to jump to the Me Dad section.
Oh my god! Right. Me Dad. Excuse me. Yeah.
You ready? You
right.
Do your thing. So, but remember, we're one of those lefty shows that have got all these production things. You ready?
Hang on. Where does it start? What's the fucking day today? 8. 6.
See, this is why I say things out loud when I'm doing stuff. I totally get it from you.
Okay, so it's a JOJ intro. Is that where we go? Is that where
I've done a thing there for you. How's that?
Burkler intro.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
Oh, yeah, right. Excuse my confusion, people. I'm just young and stupid.
We are but young and stupid, isn't that right, Father?
It is indeed, yes. Runs like a... So, last Burke Alert, we used the structure we identified to help us analyse the riot in Southampton. We saw how all the different tiers hijacked a tragedy, how they all interacted with each other and the public, how they mobilised, how they influenced the build-up, shaped the outcome, and how it all benefited them from top to bottom, financially or politically. Excuse me.
Whoa, Dad, whoa, stop. Right, I'm going to put you backstage just for a second. I don't know if you need to move your phone away from your thing or whatever. I'm really sorry about this, Dad, but you had a really big, loud, sort of like horrible sound.
Is that better?
That's much better. How's that? Do you want to take that from the top again, Dad?
My apologies, guys. So
No, don't worry about it.
okay. Last Burke Alert, we used the structure we identified to help us analyse the riot in Southampton. We saw how all the different tiers hijacked a tragedy, how they all interacted with each other and the public, how they mobilised, how they influenced the build-up, shaped the outcome, and how it all benefited them from top to bottom, financially or politically. This Burke Alert, we're going to look at the different tiers and examine some of the individuals that make up the groups and networks these cohorts represent, and how they all work with each other. And this is the bit I've been waiting for, when we're starting to put names and faces to these tiers. We won't cover all 5 today. We could spread that out over a couple of streams. And once you get to the higher levels of the structure, it gets a little more complicated and contaminated with establishment figures, political donors, and the whole media machine. We'll really dedicate time to unraveling that. It's going to be good. But today, we'll start nice and easy on the ground and introduce you to some of the faces in tier 4 and 5. We're going to catch up with our old friend, Paul Dunbar, and the neo-Nazi, self-confessed neo-Nazi Ryan Ferguson. The video we're about to review is also a good example for 2 very important things. First, it shows how the far-right vloggers in tier 5 manipulate things to fit their narrative. Not new, but it's important. And secondly, it shows how auditors that occupy this level depend on ethno-cultural conflict. They need it for their income. It's not just traveling up and down the country to be racist outside housing asylum seekers, outside hotels, housing asylum seekers. It drives them to actively engage with and support other tiers to create this ethno-cultural content. And it's that interaction with the other tiers that makes them so vital. Dunbar, better known online as DP Audits, has filmed a confrontation in a car park between himself, his neo-Nazi buddies, and a terrified woman doing her best to protect her partner.
But before we hit play on the video, we need to explain that there is context missing from this particular video. Paul Dunbar and the others who were there alongside with him that have uploaded footage of this encounter have removed key parts to cover up their own backs. It's to cover up their own shit, to protect their own backs. It's honestly, this is crazy, but this isn't just us priming you. This isn't our opinion. DP said this himself, and we will look over his own sort of review of this in a bit. But DP said himself that when he took to the Stochastic Clubhouse channel, it was Society X, wasn't it? Talking to Jamie and his fellow far-right vlogger, Anthony, I will burn your school down for talking about gay people, Barnes, also known as AY Audits. True story, by the way. But he was asked by AY while he was on there. This is Paul, by the way. He was asked by AY, why is it that some of the comments were hidden on, like, you know, some of the footage that's been out there. So this is, you know, we're just trying to highlight the fact that there is content missing. Paul said they weren't being racist, they were just bantering and being loud. which is referring to the group of literal neo-Nazis that he's with. He then followed by saying, Ryan did switch into his far right side and start saying some things, and I did cut comments out that I didn't want to post on the channels because I thought not hide anything just for the channel's sake, just to be honest. So that's a direct quote. If that didn't make any sense, that's because that's a direct quote. But it is him explaining that he's, removed vital parts of content out of this this bit of footage here, to manipulate his audience, obviously. And he also explains that Andy Public, who's the other person who's with him, who has also removed bits of content from this when they uploaded it to the internet. How he said that they were being really careful about what he's posting, trying to play the game, which of course, thanks to the fucking billionaires that own social media platforms, that's exactly what it is. Just be a bigot, broadcast your shit and cash in. Who gives a shit about the truth, right? So we're going to go through this video now. Remember that there are bits missing, and I think within the first sort of minute, you'll see that there's been a cut. I think it's around here. They cut the content and miss bits out. So, we'll see what we can make out from it from here. But what I wanted to show you is that when we went through the tier system last time, we explained the 5 tiers. You've got your establishment figures at the top. Underneath that, you've got your mobilizers, your people like Tommy Robinson and things like that. Underneath that, you've got your fringe big political groups, which are people like Nick Tenconi. They're people who want to be establishment figures, but will never quite be establishment figures, but they are nonetheless like a political party that sort of takes itself seriously. And then underneath that, you've got tier 4, which is where Ryan Ferguson sits. He is an out-and-out neo-Nazi, neo-fascist, almost like a sort of single-issue kind of person. He's focusing solely on ethno-cultural talking points, and he's, he sits in tier 4 just there. And underneath them, supporting everyone and above, is the auditors, the far-right vloggers, and all those people. So this, I thought, was a really good example of how tier 4 interacts with tier 5, how everybody within the tier system and structure fits with each other. And in other Burke Alerts, we will focus on other individuals within the tier systems, but for now, we're just going to look at tiers 4 and 5 through the lens of DP audits right here.
No, huh? Why are you jumping on car for? What are you going to do? Swearing at me, bro. You say what are you doing? What are you going to do? The lady, you just see your girlfriend. Jumping out of the car like you're going to go. Why do you want it for? You're showing your car like you're going to do something.
Wow, they fucking love it, don't they? Like all this aggro, all this shouting. There's a woman there who's got her palm up saying, please, please. This is content for them. This is what they love. This is what the auditors love. This is what, we've even got a couple of them in our chat, I think, at the moment. We've got Cozzy here. They love this stuff. They depend on it. They depend on this sort of divisive, ethno-cultural, far-right talking point, like confrontations and arguing. They thrive on it. In fact, they don't just thrive on it. They'll drive up and down the country to go and seek it out and go and support these other tier characters and things. It's honestly fucking shocking.
Jump out your car like you're going to do something then.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry.
What are you going to do?
You're not Jesse, you woman. You're acting like a...
Hey, no, I'm telling these to go back.
I'm sorry. Okay, sit down.
Fucking jumping out your car.
Okay, sorry.
I'm really dickhead. What are you saying? Stop going.
What did he say there?
What? I'm really dickhead. What are you saying? Stop going.
So, the way that this is being framed at the moment, and it's important to look at the framing, they're making it look as though this person's just sort of come running in of their own volition without saying anything. And yet we know from a later appearance on the Society X show, the Stochastic Shithouse channel, that he has literally cut pieces out intentionally to make it so that his channel doesn't look bad and make sure that Ryan doesn't look bad. So he knows that it's bad. He knows that what's occurred beforehand is probably what provoked this, and he's removed it specifically and intentionally.
Yeah.
To be able to manipulate his audience and make the tier 4 member look better. This is what tier 5 does. They need this. This is why he's following round Ryan Ferguson like a lost puppy. Ryan Ferguson he is the ethno-cultural content. Him being a full-on neo-Nazi dirty scumbag, that was affiliated with National Action, which is a prescribed terrorist group, and all of that stuff. It's gold dust for this man, because obviously the algorithm on YouTube, which plays plays a huge role in all of this. Really loves this emotionally charged, horrible, scary content that you can't look away from. The algorithm doesn't care whether this content is good, bad, positive, or whatever. It doesn't matter if it's harmful or if people are being victimized. It only matters that you're watching and that you're engaging. And this ethno content shit about, you know, racism and stuff, it's I hear that. Why they exactly? But like,
I think she's apologizing because her fella is outnumbered, and these, I mean, you know, there's some arseholes that the lad's up against. I think that's why she's apologizing. She's trying to make sure that, you know, she's trying to save her lad from getting a beating.
Absolutely.
They were up
I think that from what I understand, this is based on, again, so we might have to take some of it with a pinch of salt. We may know exactly, we may not know exactly what the build-up was here. I'm not too sure, but because it's been removed, because it's been taken out, there's no anything could have happened. As far as we know, he may have this group. It's been alleged that this group has said some racist things. This man has taken an affront to that, as you fucking would, and he's approached the group and he's confronted them. At which point, this woman here is very scared, and you know it's gone a bit sour. It wasn't just a case of teaching someone a lesson, you know, with words and being like, you can't be a racist piece of shit, I'm a human too. Instead of doing that, obviously, you know, it's escalated, it's got worse, and then, you know, they're surrounded at this point. She knows what time of day it is. This dude's, you know, obviously he's pissed off. He's hit, you know, potentially been the victim of racist abuse from the country's most famous neo-fascist, like proper neo-Nazi, self-confessed, went to meet who he thought was Hitler's son. And just recently, despite what DP Audits was saying, he has recently been in touch with Jack Renshaw, who is the famous terrorist paedophile that plotted to murder an MP in this country. Like, these are for real, no shit Nazis, like proper Nazis, right? This is your tier 4 guys, right? And so it's not unreasonable to assume that maybe this dude did hear what he think he heard, and they were being racist, because they are. And conveniently,
they're always being racist. It's in their natural. It's their natural way of speaking. It is racist. They do it all the time without fail. Yes, I absolutely believe she's overheard, or he's overheard them saying something fucking disgusting.
100%. It's but and the trouble is, obviously they've cut it out to remove that. And again, I'm quoting DP Audits exactly here.
I'm just gonna interrupt for 1 second. Cozzy, just to let you know, if my content ever get used, I will copyright. Cozzy, you need to learn a bit, son.
Also, I'm absolutely going to do a special on Cozzy at some point. I just want to know as well that we don't.
For that, you know what I mean? Come here.
Yeah. We are literally going to do a special on where you fit in the tier system, but it doesn't matter. The whole point is, I mean, he's just one of those sort of fringe bigots that, you know, he is that one that got beaten up by that trans person that he was harassing and abusing in the streets, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's this guy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure we'll do something. But also, I just want to go ahead and point out, Cozzy, that copyright laws and things don't exist to protect you and your content. They exist to protect everybody. We do have a right, under fair use and fair dealings, to be able to review things for the purpose of criticism, for the purpose of for all sorts of things. I don't have to explain it to you. You're a YouTuber. You make money like this. You already know. But back to this though, in the relationship between tier 5 and tier 4. What I'm trying to explain is that don't feel too harshly on this gentleman who's coming over here. I do feel that, you know, it's only a natural reaction when some racist arsehole says something racist that you go over. I do believe that's the case, because I don't feel that this is just a random reaction. Also, and I'm quoting DP here, he said that we got out of the car, and in fact, let me get the actual thing up. I don't want to mess it up. This is exactly what he said.
I like it when AY asks DP questions, because DP goes really quite quiet in the presence of AY now, doesn't he? He goes really
after
quite
he
quiet.
Got beaten up by him, yeah.
And he'll explain things instead of shouting, because it's AY, and he might get.
Yeah. So this is the direct quote though. So Ryan, this is from DP about Ryan, about the missing footage that's not there. Right. Ryan did switch into his far right side and started saying some things. And I did cut comments out that I just don't want to post on the channel, right? So this is, I mean, he's not saying directly, yes, he said some racist things, but he's calling them far right things. He's using sort of coded language to be able to get that point across without directly dobbing his mate in it. It's not,
if Ryan's saying stuff that's too strong for DP to put on his channel, he's being a proper fucking full-on arsehole, isn't he? Without doubt. You know what I mean? If he's saying stuff that DP can't even put on his own channel.
I know, right? And DP will post some mad shit as well, but you know, just to the line. They know how little moderation there is on YouTube these days. They understand how that works. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
What the fuck are you saying, you soft drunk? What did you say? Who the fuck are you talking to? You? Hang on a minute. Who the fuck are you talking to? You?
No fucking idiot, and fuck off.
Who the fuck are you bumped in a car for like that? Who the fuck are you bouncing in a car for like that?
I'm sorry. No.
Who the fuck are you bouncing in a car for? I'm saying, well, who the fuck are you saying, Barry? One here, you dickhead.
Did you catch that, Dad?
Say it again.
Did you catch that?
No. Tell me what it was.
That is a bit of editing by DP. Not only did he leave out the initial bit here, but if we skip back over, if you pay a bit of attention, in fact, I'll slow it down for you. You'll notice
they're not that bright. Good.
there is a cut here. He's cutting his content.
Who the fuck are you bouncing on? I'm saying, well, who the fuck are you saying, Barry? One here.
You see that?
That, right. Yeah.
This is the far right thing. This is the far right side that he's switched into. The reason why this is important to note, the editing and all that stuff, is because Tier 5, the auditors, the far right vloggers, all these people, because they absolutely depend on all of the ethno-cultural content that is that comes cascading down from all the different tiers. They have to have it, so much so that they'll follow them round and they'll protect them. They need to do it. It's their source of income. It's how they make money. And it's wrong. It's shocking. Absolutely, of course. But this is the grift. This is why.
For these guys.
It is, and it's mutually beneficial though. So at the moment, Ryan Ferguson is now getting far more airtime than he ever would have got, thanks to DP Audits. DP Audits made a thing of saying, "Oh, I've blown him up all over the internet," and he's got like 10,000 on his socials and that, and like, which isn't a vast amount anyway, to be fair, but it is for a neo-Nazi ethno-fascist. He only needs a couple of people. Remember, this is a guy who would otherwise struggle to get members and followers because he's so hardline. He's usually the option that's left over when people go to join, say, Nick Tenconi or something. They get mobilized by Tommy Robinson. They end up in a UTK event or whatever, or at the steps of some police station, being the Gaminati as they are, and then they end up. You see Nick Tenconi will appear. He'll start networking in this situation. He'll start sorting out, trying to get memberships. And for the people who think that Nick Tenconi isn't quite enough, they'll filter through into this guy. But that was sort of like the traditional framework. Now it's all different. We've got Tier 5. We've got the auditors here. And the auditors, the far-right vloggers, these activists, they will not only manipulate events to make these people seem slightly better, but they'll also amplify and project their messaging. They'll spread it right across YouTube because they get paid for it. It's easy to repeat. This is a low-skill, high-reward genre. All you have to do is be a bit racist and people will flock in, whether it's people who can't turn away because they're watching the demise of their country, or whether it's people who agree with it, and eventually it emboldens people, which creates more tension within the country, which is, creates more ethno-cultural talking points, and the cycle continues.
Yeah.
But he's actively supporting the convicted neo-Nazi, who is a man who is directly linked with, say, Raise the Colours, and which is one of the mobilizers in Tier 2, and he's also directly linked with Jack Renshaw, the convicted terrorist paedophile who was sent to prison for 20 years for what was it that he did? He plied children, like young boys, with drugs and things. It's just awful. It's just awful.
Yeah, it is fucking awful. There's more to this.
Oh shit, we're getting more in. I think we've missed a couple as well. We're getting like, oh my god, we've had like nine like groupings of gifted subs and new members and things. I think we're at like 20 odd new members. This is so cool. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate the support. And yeah, sorry if this is a slow, slightly incoherent stream. Like I say, it's been a long night. Yeah, I didn't sleep very well, but we're muddling our way through and we're getting there. So as we can see, this is the relationship between tier 5 and all the other tiers. They directly depend on it. And DP Audits is a classic example of that. He will go out of his way to edit, upload and broadcast footage that's been doctored in a way to make some people look better than they are and to make other people look like the enemy. In fact, he even said that it was his plan to what did he say? I'm going to blow you up with my 400,000 followers, which made AY laugh, obviously, and makes the rest of us laugh because he doesn't have that many. He's just making that up. Yeah. And yeah, his intention when posting this video and the other video is to create online hate and stuff for this couple whose only crime, it seems, is that he stuck up for himself after being the victim of racial abuse.
Please,
I was warned you.
Oh,
Fuck off.
She's begging, please, and everything. Like, these guys just need to get in their car and fuck off, like, or just not be racist pieces of shit.
I was fucking warned you. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Please, I'm sorry.
Hey, let me
I'm
throw the
sorry.
first one. Let me throw the first one.
No,
Why did you jump out of the car for?
No,
Huh?
I'm
Why did you jump out of the car for? What are you gonna do? Swearing at me, bro. You say sorry. God, are you?
Also, I want to say as well, this idea of let him throw the first punch kind of stems from there's a couple of things at play there. Also, because he was with National Action, who based themselves out of like gyms and things like that before they were prescribed. It's part of like getting men fit, getting them ready for combat, getting them ready for battle. They were a terrorist group. And this is part of that. So he's got this whole, Ryan has been trained. Ryan does have, training with the terrorist group under his belt. So he's actively wanting this to turn into a fight, and he's telling his friends, well, what happens? Let him hit me first, so that he can have the air of legitimacy, even though it was his own racist abuse that led him to the situation in the first place.
Yeah, can't argue with that, mate. That's how it is. It's just fucking how it is. They're
I'm so sorry. That didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
No, just carry on, mate. Please, just carry on.
I really didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Pops.
It's all good.
What are you gonna do?
The lady looks at your girlfriend.
Jumping out of the car like you're gonna go. Why do you violent for? It's your girlfriend. Jump out of your car like you're gonna do something. Don't jump out of your car like you're gonna do something then.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do?
You're not testing your woman. You're acting like a
Hey, no, I'm telling these to go back. I'm telling these to go back.
Sorry, okay.
Also, could we just, it's foreshadowing. Look how fucking aggressive he is with these people. He's walking them backwards, he's getting towards their car. Now, take notice of his energy. In fact, you know what? No, we'll let this play through for just a little bit. But yeah, remember the energy that he's got here against this man and his partner here while he's got a gang of lads with him. Let's see how these tables turn later and see how he reacts then.
Sit down.
Fucking jumping out your car.
Okay, sorry, guys, sorry.
Hey, hang on, leave it.
Guys, please, just get into the car. Please,
Fucking
please,
dickhead, bro.
please.
You ain't gonna go away. She's your wife's asking. Buggers, bro. Now you're. Oh, now put your phone. Yeah, all right.
What's taking? You fucking racist prick.
Oh, now you. Yeah. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Your wife's asking.
I hate that. That's what confrontation is in 2026. Get your phone out.
I know, yeah. It's really weird, isn't it? Really fucking weird. For an old bloke like me, it's really strange.
Maybe it's like society de-escalating. I mean, that's better than throwing punches, right?
Sometimes.
No, with pacifist.
Gonna get accused of doing whatever it was again.
A violent giggle or something or other. But no, obviously this is now the modern confrontation scene. It's all got to be on phones and things. But again, I guess maybe he's just trying to one up them in a way that isn't confrontational because he's also being recorded. That was the first thing that these guys did after making the racist comments and like leaving out all those bits there, recording him with his intention of putting them online to get harassment for this couple because they stood up for themselves and being racially abused. How dare they? Don't they know where they live? This is the UK. You're in a car park. Look over at that sign that says JD. You know what that stands for? Neither do we. And that's why it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
asking you to get in the car.
I made you work to watch
Please,
this.
just get into the
Missy,
car.
Missy.
Just get in the car.
Get in the car. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, no, now you're getting mouthy. Now you're getting mouthy.
No, he isn't. I don't fucking blame him. He was forced on against you just a minute ago.
he's
And now
not
is
even.
feeling a bit. I tell you what, though, this guy here, whose pocket is, whose arm is right next to you, he worries me. He's holding on to something in his pocket all the way through this.
Well, no, his hands are there. He just puts his hands in his pocket. Do you know what? I think that
No,
this guy that you're
this
about
guy
to...
here, that's closest. You just
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, no, I know that he's got his hands in his pockets, but I want to say that I think that's for a completely different reason. I think that he's got his hands in his pockets because he's being a top tier alpha boss, man. This guy is like, he is a boss. He is like literally top tier. Like he exudes aura. He just stands there and like nobody wants to make eye contact with him. He doesn't even have to say a fucking word. He doesn't have to do nothing. And that, do you know what I mean? Like, look, in fact, as of right now, even this guy, this is how much I detest these people and how they pick their victims and their targets so very carefully. Because at the moment, this gentleman has hands on him. He's not even making eye contact with him. He's reaching out for him still. He's trying to. Do you know what I mean? He's not even like.
You made that work.
He's ignoring that he even exists. He's like, oh, it's like Zaphod's glasses out of fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. As soon as there's danger, they just go blank, and then you can't see it anymore, so you feel safer. He's like, I can only see minorities that I could bully. You see, that's just how my that's just how my vision works. Being a neo-Nazi.
I'm not
a fucking foreigner. I'm not a fucking foreigner.
I'm not a foreigner. You called me a foreigner.
Good call.
So maybe that was part of the comments.
Hanya Candlewick, good call, man. I before E, except after C. And you know, when you try and put that in place, it fucks me over all the time like this. Yes, it's one of those little English things.
Yeah. Before I don't know what we've done to.
If only he understood what was going on. He's dying to make it about him. Anyway,
absolutely. It's this thing that they do. It's a complex. Everything has to be about them all the time. But don't worry about it. Back to this though. So I mean, you notice how like this confrontation started there, and then they had to like walk all the way back around this side of the car. Look at this guy. Do you know what? Real men don't care who started what. They're just ending this shit. Just stop. This guy, like, he's literally.
I would keep an eye on. Normally, I would worry about this bloke, to be honest.
Why? Because he's got his hand in his pocket.
Right, a fight is about to erupt, isn't it? And he's firmly got his hand in his.
Well, it doesn't.
Pocket since he's arrived. I would just say, and
yeah,
as somebody who's got slight, survival instincts, I'd be watching anyone who kept the fucking hand in the pocket as firmly as he's doing. That's all I'm saying. It's not.
But I mean, I don't think he's got anything in his pocket, and I don't, just having your hand in there doesn't really mean anything either, because he's got his other hands in there and stuff. So, anyways, long story short, the aura this man exudes, he's just with a stare, doesn't even have to say a word. Suddenly, everything's de-escalated. Just his size, his presence is enough to emasculate these dweebs that have to try and make themselves feel better, which is ultimately what they're about. This is trying to fill a void within their own life, their own. You could argue that it comes from systemic failure. It comes from people living hard lives. People going through struggle, people going through all of that stuff. I proper understand that. But also at the same time, you don't have to always turn into this dickhead. But yeah, let's see how it unfolds then.
Did I tell you?
Listen, he's with his missus.
No, I excited. No,
she started it. He's with his missus. Let him be, man. Come on, let's leave it. Come on, leave it now. You know what? You're not brave. You're not brave sticking it on a woman. No, it's not. Listen, leave it now. Listen, he jumped out the car. We were all in the car.
No, now he's calm. Now he's reasonable. Now he's chilled. Now that there's two bigger men stood right next to him and not some dude with his missus while you're with the gang. now that he's not, now that the numbers aren't on his side, it's weird, isn't it, how they do this? And the audacity of the author of this particular piece of content, DP Audit, the bits that he's missing out are the bits that they're referring to. Those comments where they're saying, "Well, I'm not a foreigner. I'm not this. I'm not that."
Would you carry Cuzzy?
Dad, right, okay. So, someone remove Cozzy. He's distracting you from this. Honestly, we don't have to. These are the bottom. Yeah, those are the lower level bottom feeders. We really don't have to bother with them, honestly.
But, I mean, that's sort of stuff.
And that's it. Yeah, and also as well. And again, do you know what? Now that you've brought it on, thingy, I do have to mention it because now that you've brought it up. Probably carried a Kirpan. First of all, you don't know anything about. Either I'm going to assume that's a reference to the murder of Henry Nowak, which again is typical, you know what I mean? So do you know what? It might be worth at this stage. Let me bring up, we'll explore. Okay, so I'll hit OK there. I don't think I can see any other information on there, so that'll be fine. I'm going to share this tab instead here. So, just have a look. So this was the tier system. This is some of the structure. I'm not going to reveal every single thing into it, but I just wanted to present you with the ground level. This is tier 5 of the far right structure. And only because we've just seen a very classic example of it happen in the chat. So it's important to maybe get a little bit more context into this. So the Kapan that was used, the Kapan that was used in the comments just then as a sort of like a way to, tarnish people with the same brush and be racist, which is what that was. That's a sort of coded reference to the Henry Nowak murder, which was committed by somebody who was is of Sikh background. However, it wasn't even a fucking Kirpan that was used. You've just said something that you've just picked up a random piece of misinformation. You've thrown it out there, and now you're trying to tarnish an entire group of people like that. And these people in the car park who happen to be victims of racism at the moment. And you're just tarnishing them all with the same thing, and you're hijacking that incident. But it's very typical, which is why you do, frankly, perfectly fit in this thing here. So I'm going to read this out now, and hopefully this adds a little bit of context. So tier 5, because you've heard me talk about the tiers. So this is a sort of
this is just
flushed out, and this is changing. This is first draft. But this is the ground level. So this is the far right vloggers, the so-called auditors and activists who operate on a street level, streaming to social media. Their role is to make far right content based on the groups and individuals in the previous tiers. So we identified that, Ryan Ferguson, for example, is what this is on. They amplify the rhetoric and ideology, recording and broadcasting events, protests and demos to various platforms. They work directly or indirectly with all within the structure. They have discovered social media's algorithm amplifies hateful and extremist content and prioritizes inflammatory or controversial videos to keep viewers watching. More importantly, that sort of hateful content goes viral and generates money for the creator from companies like Google, Meta, and X. This incentivizes these creators to make even more extreme and sometimes violent content while pushing ethno-cultural talking points for millions to consume. Troublingly, due to many factors, like a lack of moderation on social media, this practice is repeatable, and since it was established, many people have copied, I should put a comma in there, but many people have copied this genre, and it plays a new vital role within the far-right ecosystem. So without realizing it or intending to do so, Cozzy, what you've done there is when you brought up the Kirpan in relation, it was obviously a callback to the Henry Nowak murder. So you've hijacked that tragedy, used that because you associate that with Sikhs, even though that wasn't even the weapon that was there, and then you've used that and applied it to these people. Well, they're probably carrying one of them as like. You're literally doing these things that you say you're not. You say you're not creating far-right content, and you may not be, but you are pushing far-right talking points. The Kirpan wasn't even involved. It's just a way to smear people of that fit a certain racial or religious profile, isn't it? That's all it ever was. That's all it has been. And that's why these gentlemen here are upset with this racist here, because this is what he's doing. This behind the lens here is a tier 5 ground level auditor, right? Who's supporting the previous, the other tiers that are up in the group, the 4, 3, 2s, and even the 1s. Actually, in fact, this particular dude here supports establishment figures like that are in tier 1, like Rupert Lowe. He wears a fucking sandwich board with "Aim High, Vote Low" written on it. And here he is supporting directly a tier 4 member, not just getting his content and his confrontations out there for his own profit and his own algorithm fucking pleasing means, but he's also doing it in a way that's manipulating it to make him look good, to keep the ecosystem going. This is why you are undeniably a part of this broader far right ecosphere. You are not two separate things. So basically, Cos proved he was tier 5. Great stuff. Moving on.
Yeah, he did. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Proved exactly that, why he is tier 5 too.
Oh my god, that is such a funny comment. That is not a chin. Oh, fucking hell.
Okay. So yeah,
yeah. So we'll keep seeing. I want to see what this is because also you'll see a little bit more. It does. But also, I kind of want to just keep seeing this guy fucking aura farming and just like standing down this whole situation. Look how aggressive they were before. Now he's like, I better pull my pants up. I need to make a runner soon.
it's funny how it ebbs and flows like that, isn't it? But I mean, see, this is going to happen wherever he goes now. I imagine his number plate's out and about. Ryan's. I imagine his number plate's been passed around lefty wings circles and stuff, and I imagine he will be recognised wherever he goes now.
Oh, for sure, he's a famous.
Yeah, and it's not just right wingers that recognise him either, is it? You know,
it's everyone. Yeah, and thanks to people like DP, we know exactly who these people
so
are. And
these
this is why
conversations are going to go on all the time, which is exactly what they want, isn't it?
It's what DP wants, isn't it? He wants this so he can record it. That's why he hangs around with him so much. Like, it was put to him by other auditors in his own community. Other tier members have said
friends with DP. Is that what it is?
So possibly, but just to remind you as well, right? So I just want to put it out there.
Go on.
So this is the thing. So there's a bit of infighting happening within the tier system at the moment. I'll tell you what, we might as well drop that there. We'll do a little bit of gossiping, why not? And we might even have a quick look and review someone else's.
Come on, gather around. You
gather around. So AY Audits was on Society X's, wasn't it?
Yes.
And so he was there, and they were just about to start talking about. They were just about to start talking about the incident that we've just watched, that video there. And AY, surprisingly, was obviously because he doesn't like DP audits. Ever since that time, he had to beat the shit out of him. True story, actually happened.
Right.
So he's obviously not like that. So the way I understand it is, you know what? I need to sort this thing out here with the comments. Sorry, I was just looking and I'm not fully caught up with him. It keeps getting stuck. I'm having a problem with StreamYard at the moment. But yeah, so AY was on there. They were going to talk about this, and AY surprisingly made a bunch of even a broke clock is right twice a day. Anthony, I will set fire to this school to kill teachers if you teach them about gay people. Barnes actually was dropping some facts. Now I know. We didn't think it could happen. But it did, strangely, and he was asking him some pretty serious questions, like why.
It's quite revealing. I found it quite revealing about you both, to be honest. DP, quiet as a fucking mouse in AY's presence. Quiet as a fucking mouse.
It's a really weird dynamic, isn't it? It's clear that he's had that fucking that rage that he once had for AY kind of beating out of him, and it does make me feel sorry for Paul. I am a little bit, I'm a human, and I do feel sorry for him, but for Paul Dunbar, DP,
I'll think of the stuff he's done. No, it's okay.
I know, yeah, he's done horrendous things, but it'll never not be. I'm still a human. I'm proud of the fact that if I hear somebody that's that like when you can detect in someone's voice that they're like he didn't want to say anything, he wanted the ground to swallow him up. When AY was like, well, why are you doing X, Y, and Z? AY, he knows that because of the fight that they've had. And everything else, he knows that anger got him there as well, and being that aggressive. So he doesn't do it for him. He just So he's like a kid that's being told off, like that bully child when their bully dad comes out, and then you're like, oh, I see, you're being bullied too, and then you see that bully child being like, oh whatever are going on. Sorry, and then you see that you can hear it. They're scared. They're scared of someone else too. Like I think that was the dynamic that I picked up on. But he was asking some pretty touching, solid questions as well, about touching up on some quite serious issues, like why are you hanging around with Ryan, considering that he is part and parcel with what's his face, with Jack Renshaw, the convicted paedophile terrorist.
He
went
to prison to see Jack Renshaw of his own fucking volition.
More than that,
DP's thing to that was like his reply to that was like, well, he was only there for like half an hour. Okay, you can say a lot of stuff in an hour. Why would you spend an hour with a fucking convicted?
He didn't just spend an hour with him. This is the other thing. So what he actually did was he was recently on camera. Do you remember? He said recently that he was. So I'll set the scene. Raise the colours, obvious, because Ryan Ferguson. Right bridge and raise the colours. They were out hanging flags. Ben Sykes, his son, was recording. He was on the camera. He managed to capture with the camera a phone call that happened with Ryan Ferguson. And Ryan Ferguson is so fucking dumb. He has been for a long time downplaying his relationship with Jack Ferguson. He has said that it is over. There is nothing between them. They don't have a relationship at all. They don't communicate. He's obviously not a part of National Action. All the other lads were in jail. I think they're still in jail. And it's this whole thing where nobody talks to Jack Renshaw. He's toxic. I went to prison on behalf of the other lads I heard from DP, who is again running defence for the Tier 4 member. Pardon me. But what's interesting is that in this video, we can see this stupid this guy answers the phone and he goes, well, hey, well, if it isn't, and he doesn't just say his first name, he fucking drops his full government name.
And he announced him, he announced him like he was some fucking prize winner or something, wasn't he?
Yeah,
the legend, fuck's sake.
Updating him on his actions as he's working with Raise the Colours. And this is the thing, isn't it? And this is something that we mentioned in one of the last streams, that, because when we looked at that particular video, how the hell these people get away or pretend that they're not, we're not racist, we're Raise the Colours. How can a flag be racist? Well, I don't know. The guy who is currently running Raise the Colours, right? He is not only a widely accepted bigot who has starred in many anti-fascist watchdog reports and newspapers and everything else, but he is also a person who's currently being investigated for a hit and run involving the very cherry picker that they used to go and put up these flags in the first place. His co-founder, one of his co-founding members, was a guy by the name of something Allison. His first name's failing me. You'll be able to Google him, though, because just recently he's been charged with murder. So this group, right, they are heavily associated with people like Ryan Ferguson, the neo-Nazi, who we've obviously covered at great length on this channel and even in this stream, who is, again, in turn, heavily associated with Jack Renshaw. And even when Ryan Ferguson is working with Raise the Colours to do the whole raising the flags thing, the neo-Nazi is on the phone to the convicted paedophile terrorist, updating him on his actions. That is why we have an issue with Raise the Flag. It was never about the flag. It's about the fuckers that were hanging them. It's about the operations, the individuals and the networks and how it profited them. It was about the structure
and the hundreds of thousands of pounds that it's raised, this fucking Raise the Flag shit.
Into Ryan Bridges' pocket, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's raised fucking loads. He's been able to fill up his fucking Lamborghini more than once, I believe.
Yeah, which is in this economy. Oof.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
It's pretty wild, isn't it? When you sit back and you identify some of this stuff. Yeah, so like you look at it, you go, just silly flag shaggers.
That's why there even some of them are actually still working with people that they can't fucking stand because of the money. They'll put up with fucking most things for the money. But yeah, some of the arguments are too big for them to hold on to. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening my family?
If you're threatening me, threatening it. You're threatening people I'm sat next to. You're threatening my family. What you said.
Danny Tomo was a funny Funyun, but I think we've kind of exhausted the Berkeley side. We can probably draw that to a close. That I just wanted to. The main purpose of that was trying to introduce you to individual tiers, because of course we've introduced you to the whole tier system. We went through it top to bottom, explained what our idea for the structure was. We then used it as a lens to apply to the riots and see how that happened. In the backdrop of this tier system, how all these different people at all these different levels all interacted with each other. And how they all managed to profit from this. And then I thought this stream and over the next couple of streams, what we're going to do is we'll look at different tiers. So we looked at tiers 4 and 5 now. We saw an example of the neo-Nazis that exist in tier 4. We saw an example of the auditors in tier 5 that help shape and push public perception, broadcast to the internet and reach millions of people, and how they've become quite a significant driving force behind the whole thing. They're quite powerful at the moment in terms of like reach, and it's really rather shocking. And obviously, the whole motivation is money, which of course it is. So that was this stream. Next stream we'll be looking at tier 3 and above members, which will be people like the Nick Tenconis, the UKIPs, the Advanced UK parties. Their role within this will also be analysing the mobilisers in tier 2, your Tommy Robinsons, your Danny Tomos, and then after that we'll be looking at we'll be doing a big one about the tier 1 members. So that'll be your Rupert Lowe's, your Nigel Farage's, your Rupert Murdoch's, the people that control the mainstream narrative, the people who, when they speak, it makes mainstream news, and when they talk about things like immigration or whatever policy it is, whether it's for better or worse, they are helping shape and frame the conversation around those policies. So that's a really important one to get into. For now, though, should we have a look at something else, Dad? Oh my God! Oh
yes, what?
Right,
what?
So I'm going to try and find the MEN link now. I think it was in our interesting links in the Discord. Let me have a quick look. Or was it in Berkeley? But Robert Kenyon. Oh my God! Right. So the creepy things he's been saying about Carol Vorderman, we've all heard that.
Oh,
now,
that geezer.
We should hear. Yeah, that geezer. He's running for an MP in the Makerfield by-election, triggered by Andy Burnham. Robert Kenyon. Yeah. Do you remember he's the plumber guy? Yeah, he's the plumber guy. But not still. I mean, this is his first and only run at it. He's only been doing it like a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Right. I'm okay.
So just to recap then. So for those of you that don't know, Robert Kenyon is the Reform MP that's basically like a really fucking shit copy of Hannah Spencer. So they saw how the Greens did really well in their by-election in Gorton and Denton with Hannah Spencer, with having, a working class individual, salt of the earth, respectable person, a plumber, and that didn't necessarily speak in political language, but understood the plights that we were going through and what was necessary to help make that change. Like, that was a great model. And you know how like your left hand and your right hand are like exactly the same but exactly opposite?
Yeah. Is this a trick question?
No, well, kind of, but it's kind of like that with Robert Kenyon and Thingy. He's like the right sort of copy of it. It's a sort of distorted, inverted, bizarro mirror image of her. So for starters, it's a pretty chauvinistic, fucking misogynistic, sexist piece of shit man who happens to be a plumber. He's been hushed into this by-election, and they're pretty much the same sort of framing by Reform that Green and everything used for Hannah Spencer, but unlike what happened with Hannah Spencer, it's not authentic and it's not genuine. He's been standing for this Makerfield election, and some of the stuff that he has said has come to light, including comments about Carol Vorderman's arsehole.
Oh, no, yeah, I know. And he said it was horrible. The fuck talks like that? Who talks like that?
Right, so we'll get into the thing now, but we've heard what he had to say on that matter. He reposted this thing, he was sharing it, amongst a whole range of other troubling messaging that he's had on his social media over the years. We've heard what he's got to say. It's done, it's dusted. Now I want to hear what Carol Vorderman has got to say. So she's done a reply to Robert Kenyon. I was reading it in the MEN, I think it was. Let me... Carol Vorderman demands an apology. Oh no, that was on May the 26th. Well, we're now, we're June the 8th. So there was a story that I saw. It might be this one. I'm pretty sure it was. This is the Manchester Evening News. I don't know if it was this one, but Carol Vorderman has written a letter. Bear with me just while I find it. Robert Kennione.
There's a lot of elderly men will be very offended if you upset if somebody upsets Carol Vorderman. Absolutely, there will be tears at bedtime. Before bedtime,
but not those kind of tears, real tears.
Yeah, not gammon tears. Salty,
no, not the salty gammon tears.
Salty gammon tears. No, not those. So you've got it there. It's in headline rundown.
It is here.
Oh,
sorry, my laptop is also running a bit slow today, as you can see. So yeah, so let's have a look here. So there's our Carol. She's absolutely awesome. We love our Carol. I don't understand. You know what? I was talking to someone the other day, and they made a really good point. I was like, why does Carol Vorderman get so much hate from the right? Like, I really don't understand why they hate us so much. Like, they hate us so freaking much.
Because she can add up.
Because she can count. Yeah, it's because she can count.
She went to the same school as my sister. Yeah.
Oh, why didn't
she went to starting high, didn't she? Yeah,
actually. Also, I mean, I just want to throw it out there. Why is my auntie so stupid? I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I don't know her even. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Well, I mean, she went to the same school as Carol Vorderman. Then
I'll tell her. Don't worry.
I'm just kidding. I'll just like you won't tell her. You don't. No, you won't.
I haven't spoken for 350 years. But yeah.
That's been a long time. But no, this is the letter. So Carol Vorderman, Brand's reform candidate. Little coward. I would have said much worse, but fair dues. As she sends a letter to thousands of women in Makerfield. This is so cool. This was the story I was reading before. So Carol Vorderman has directly appealed to women voters in Makerfield to reject Reform UK's Rob Kenyon after a string of crude and sexist social media posts resurfaced. Go on. Oh, there's so many, like, I don't want to make them, but there's so many, like, because of the nature of the comments, there's, like, I'll have this many from the top and one from the bottom. Kind of joke there. But,
don't behave yourself.
And it's not even an original one. I've heard it loads of times. I'm doing my best to fight the urge. But, no, and you know what? There's no one more harmless, more genuinely, like, as far as like celebrities go these days, like, you know, you can't get, you know, we're picking slim. They're either fucking pedophiles or like, you know, monsters of some description. We need Carol Vorderman. Stop attacking Carol Vorderman. She's fucking awesome. All right. She's a national treasure. So, Dad, are you all right to take the lead of this article and tell the good people what Carol Vorderman did in response to Robert Kenyon's weird things that he did and said?
Okay. So Carol Vorderman has made a deeply personal and direct appeal to women in Makerfield over Reform UK candidate Rob Kenyon's comments about women and the wider culture of online abuse. The Manchester Evening News can exclusively reveal that in a letter due to be sent to more than 6,000 female voters across the constituency on Saturday, the broadcaster says Mr. Kenyon's resurfaced social media reports show a pattern of comments about women and should matter to voters ahead of the by-election. In the letter, Ms. Vorderman tells constituents, I want to talk to you, woman to woman. She probably said it in a not quite as deep a voice as me. I want to talk to you, woman to woman, about the Reform candidate standing in your by-election, Rob Kenyon, and how he thinks about us, because I think it matters. In response to the letter, Reform accused Ms. Vorderman of being a left-wing, bad faith actor.
Oh,
fancy that.
They literally hate her because she can count. There's nothing else to it. They're like, oh, we hate her politics with her sympathy and with her empathy and her high IQ and EQ. And damn it, she could read. Get back in the fucking kitchen. They hate it.
Yeah.
They hate
Carol
Boardman
crude and
so
sexually
much.
explicit social media posts from Mr. Kenyon have resurfaced since he was selected as Reform's candidate, including one endorsing a graphic remark made about Ms. Vorderman. Since Mr. Kenyon was announced as Reform's candidate, old social media comments made by the plucky plumber have been subjected to heavy scrutiny, including one he made in relation to Ms. Vorderman. Oh dear. In a December 2021 exchange on X, revealed by the campaign group Hope Not Hate, another user wrote to Ms. Vorderman, "My God, I would love to smell and lick your..."
Say it, Dad. Say it on panel so you can be clipped later. The whole thing. Read what read what was written, Dad.
Responding to a separate user criticising the post, Mr. Kenyon replied, "He's only saying what we're all thinking, Chris," alongside a crying, laughing and thumbs up emojis. Speaking to the MEN ahead of the letter being distributed, Ms. Vorderman said she wanted voters to understand exactly what had been said. I did want the quote in the letter because otherwise people might think, oh, he said she just looked a bit fat or something, she told the MEN. He said he wanted to smell and lick my arsehole, okay? And now he's saying it's just a joke.
Got that on clip.
That's what bullies say. Rob Kenyon dragged me into this mess. I didn't ask to be dragged into it. Ms. Vorderman told the MEN she believed the comments formed part of a broader pattern of behaviour towards women. And it is serious shit, this. I know we're chuckling about it, but it is.
Yeah.
This isn't
it is
about
disgusting.
one tweet.
Yeah.
This is about Rob Kenyon's pattern of online abuse, trying to belittle women. He closed down his account because he's a little coward. And now he's saying, oh, well, it's just a joke. It isn't a joke, is it? In her letter, which will be distributed by hand in conjunction with campaign group Hope Not Hate to voters, Ms. Vorderman highlights a number of his historic posts, including comments about women's rugby players, suggestions women can't drive, or referee football matches, and a post in which he stated, I'm sexist, sorry, but I am. The letter also references anti-abortion comments made by Mr. Kenyon in 2022. Speaking more broadly about, more broadly about abuse directed at women online, Ms. Vorderman told the MEN, women of all ages know that online abuse, even towards girls, is off the scale now. Young girls are being targeted online. They're being bullied in a way that didn't happen when we were growing up in the 60s or 70s. When Ms. Vorderman said she receives abuse every day, she added that many women had thanked her for speaking out. Can you roll it? I'm not doing it all for me.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
And have a nice life, thank you. But I can't bear people being bullied, she said.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I mean, obviously, amazing, incredible, brave words.
And there's lots more. Yeah, there's lots.
Yeah, by Carol Vorderman, and there is obviously lots more. But I was so taken aback that I couldn't even scroll down. I was just thinking about like, there's so many different layers of this. The anti-abortion comments is just so fucking repugnant. It's just so repulsive. I can't believe it's. Not that I can't believe it. Obviously, these men exist. Mr. Kenyon is one of them. But
in public life,
so many different layers.
Yeah, they exist in public fucking life.
And they broadcast this to the public sphere as well. These aren't comments that he's made in passing in a kitchen somewhere to like his mate or whatever. These are comments that he's broadcast to the internet, to everybody, so that they can publicly see it.
Not and now made up doing hot knives around the cooker, is it, lad?
It's exactly what it is, which is the only way a cooker should be used, frankly. Absolutely. We've got an air fryer for everything else. The cooker's for hot knives. Remember that, you heard it first here. But no, this thing here, like, you know, these tropes about women, all this stuff, and like it says it very. I mean, this is so important about how young girls are being targeted online, and people like Robert Kenyon. This is why it's a lot of times people think that they can just make a comment and then apologize later for it, but they don't get to escape the ramifications of that comment. And a simple apology or just saying I'm not that person anymore doesn't gloss over the ripple effects and the fact that you have been actively contributing to a society that is directly harmful to one half of your population, women and girls and things, young girls specifically online right now. Like I've got nieces that are, that are just turned 13 actually today, so happy for them. But I've got nieces, and I've got a couple of nieces, I've got nephews. It's hard being a young person navigating the internet and everything else. With imagine all of the social pressures that we had, except now all of that social anxiety and everything else is delivered to you instantaneously. All of that target, all of that abuse,
and it stays forever. That's the worst part of it.
Forever, like
that children make, as they're growing up, it's there forever. This is a different bloody world, isn't it?
And the adults, and this isn't just any adult. I mean, as an adult in modern society, he does have a duty of care to young people within his society, I believe, as we all do, to create an environment that harbours safety, that harbours unity, and, so that people can be free to be themselves without fear of persecution, bullying, or being targeted. But instead, men like this not only are doing this and creating that environment, but they also want to stand for election and represent you. I think that what Carol Vorderman's doing is absolutely fantastic. I honestly, I can't support this enough. Hear and Hope Not Hate clearly have cooked up something really fucking amazing. And of course, as my dad's just put in the chat, of course, and we own Hope Not Hate. If you don't know that, that's a bit of a callback joke to a bunch of auditors that were like, oh, they own Hope Not Hate, they work for Hope Not Hate, they're like on the payroll. No, they're the influencer. It's crazy.
No, they own it. He talks posh. He uses big
got told
words.
that we own Nevera Media once as well. I'm like, oh shit, I wish I did. I wish I worked with any of these people. But yeah, no, we don't yet. But we're working our way up. We're getting there.
We are.
But no, they're being bullied in a way that didn't happen when we were growing up in the 60s or 70s, says Carol Vorderman. And again, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, they didn't have this either, growing up in the 90s. I mean, we had online, cyberbullying stuff. That's kind of where it was starting out, but it wasn't as so easy to deliver to people now. You can just send it to a device in their hand instantaneously all the time with ease. You don't even have to have credit anymore to get data. Wi-Fi is everywhere. It's a shame. It's scary. And Robert Kenyon, unfortunately, as much as he's trying to get your vote, he's also creating a world whereby your daughters are not safer. So, why are people really wanting to vote for this guy? I hope that the whole thing goes through really well. This fucking scumbag here. I hope that this campaign that they're doing at the moment, these letters being delivered, I hope that I hope that it has the desired effect and people can stand up. So should we have a look at an example of this letter? Oh, I should have left it as it was. It was more zoomed in. Oh, I've got trackpads on tablet laptops. There we go. So it's here. I'm sharing it. If you don't mind, Dad, would you mind listening? This is the letter written by Carol Vorderman to the women who live within the area that Robert Kenyon is trying to get a vote to represent, Makerfield.
So, Demas Connor, please forgive me for asking for a moment of your time, and thank you for reading this. I appreciate it. I want to talk to you, woman to woman, about the Reform candidate standing in your by-election, Rob Kenyon, and how he thinks about us, because I think it matters. Reform's Rob Kenyon deleted his social media accounts to hide what he'd posted, but investigations have uncovered a pattern of nasty posts about women. Here are some of them. So he agreed with someone who said they wanted to smell and lick Carol Vorderman's arsehole, saying it was what we're all thinking. Terrible comments about women who've had an abortion. Comparing English to European women, how English women don't care, just walk around with a fat bellies and strange shapes. Said in response to photos of European women rugby players, would get me off any of those with a bazooka. About female rugby players and the way they handle their knockers. Suggesting women can't drive or referee. And if you're in any doubt, he's openly stated, I'm sexist. When asked simply to say sorry, he's refused. So why does all this matter? Well, I'm 65. I was brought up in poverty in North Wales, and we've all had to battle hard to get rights for our daughters and their daughters. And I don't want our girls to lose them now. And that is what Reform has said they'll do. Why am I writing to you? Well, Rob Kenyon has dragged me into this mess. And like so many of us, we've had to fight for women to have a decent education, live well and safely with millions of really good blokes helping us along the way. Also, I was a free school meals kid who spent half a life in the north, including working in Lee and living in Leeds for many years and making count down there for 26 years, as opposed to most of the private school reform leaders who helicopter in and who are the ones who would have the real power, not Kenyon. I am absolutely not a Londoner. I don't know what that last bit's about, but there you have it.
I'm assuming this is that must be based on the back of some of the comments that were made. So there you have it, folks.
Indeed.
There you have it. It's an interesting one because honestly, it doesn't sound like much, but the reason why Makerfield is so important and why it's really, there's a couple of reasons. Obviously, it's not only about representation and, you know, having Reform in is obviously horrible. It's not just about battling the sexes, but this does have wider implications on a national level. Like, it's not just about that one area. It's really important. Makerfield at the moment are potentially the kingmakers. If they elect Andy Burnham, who I mean, according to most recent polls, it's no longer neck and neck, but for the most part, for the run up to this election, all of the polls that you could see, it had Labour and Reform neck and neck. Andy Burnham needs to get in here, because if he does get in here, then he's a member of Parliament. Then he can then get into a position where he can challenge Keir Starmer for leadership.
Burnham won't accept that there's a genocide in Palestine.
Oh, of course not. Burnham is a horrible piece of shit. But I mean, this is the thing, though. This is why it's important. Either if somebody successfully challenges that seat and Burnham doesn't get it, and at the moment the only real contender is actually Robert Kenyon. I mean, he's not going to get it. He's a fucking weasel and he's horrible, and I really don't think he's going to get it. And all the latest polls show that they are slipping. He's not helping Reform. I think he's hurting them. But that being said, he's the biggest likeliest contender, and it's either he gets in Makerfield or Andy Burnham gets in Makerfield, at which point Andy Burnham is likely to be our next Prime Minister. Keir Starmer has made noises that he's willing to fight a leadership battle, but I mean, so fucking what? That's like, the mouse saying it will fight the cat. I will fight the lion. It's like, yeah, you're just making noise for the sake of it at this point. It doesn't matter. And it's just going to get toyed with, and it's just it's ruining Labour, but it doesn't matter. My point is that Andy Burnham can't be the next Prime Minister if Robert Kenyon gets in there. So this does actually have wider reaching implications. So you're going to hear Makerfield a lot, especially until the election. In terms of on a national scale, it just has a lot of ripple effects. It's mad, isn't it? How we're caught between, like, either we have Andy, there is no genocide, where there is clearly a genocide, Burnham, or we have Robert, I want to lick her arsehole, Burnham in Makerfield as Reform. I fucking love politics now.
Fucking depressing. So fucking depressing.
Fuck me in the face.
Is fucking Great Britain still?
This is our Great Britain.
The wrong fucking country.
I mean, what would you call it now if not Great Britain? I would call it sort of, it's meh. It's a bit mid at the moment. Mid Britain. It's mild Britain.
Oh, we've fucking,
it's really not fucking great, is it?
Long way down some fucking horrible holes that we need to pull back from. There's a lot of people need fucking. Like, we can't. This
a lot of people need being held accountable.
Completely out of hand. And
of course,
step in about now before it does all go.
Of course. But will they? We shall see. But I think that's probably a good place to wrap it up on. There's going to be an after party in the Discord if you want to get yourselves over there, guys.
Yeah, we'll cheer up a bit in there because we have a good old laugh.
Yeah,
but
so,
to join in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I want to say as well, I'm really sorry about the low energy and stuff. It's been a bit of a slow, sort of dreary one. The main aim of today was just to identify a couple of figures from the tier 4 and 5 of the structure to let you know that we've written a sort of a master draft, if you will, of this document.
And then Cosy
we're going to start. Because he popped up for a minute. He was like, oh my God, I need my attention, please. That's what tier 5 exists on. But yeah, so it was an interesting one at least. We saw what DP and thing you were getting up to and how that reflects in the context of the structure of the far right and why it's not just some random knobheads in a car park being racist. It's actually part of a bigger, broader issue that we should understand in order to learn and tackle. Again, sorry it's been slow. We'll have a lot more energy. We've also got a really good stream that I'm super excited about, and we've got so many plans with a whole bunch of us working in the background. We're going to make it fun, funny, wacky, zany characters. We're going to be discussing all sorts of things. It's going to be really good. We've got a great person on board with this. It's going to be amazing, honestly. Keep an eye out for that. On that note, people, enjoy. Oh, and by the way, thank you. Just last time. Thank you so fucking much to everyone that gave gifted subs, that became members.
Bloody marvelous! You've been so kind to us, guys. Just fucking so kind. Well done. Thank you all.
Thank you all so much.
It's good. All that's left to say now is love and peace, guys.